So this is at the start. We're starting from here. I'll walk you down through the church car park and we'll start just around here, and you run off over the fields. This is on the Harrogate Ringway. When you get to this bit by the tree or bush, you go straight across the path in the middle, not round to the right, but straight across the muddy bit in the middle. You just need to be careful because that first section is muddy at the moment and quite slippery and greasy, so it'll be a fun start, perhaps not the fastest start ever. But coming to the end of the first field, there's a gate and we go across the next field to some woods. Here we go, through here. Somebody's left the gate open, I shall shut it. Oh no, I won't, because the catch is broken and missing. Fair enough. Right, out into this field, and I'm afraid the bogginess doesn't get any better, but you're going straight across. So as we get to the end of that field, you can hear the main road ahead. We're not going to go up to that yet, but we need to turn, we need to go through, well, we need to get down here and turn left. But we actually go through this gate here. So you need to sort your positions out by the time you get here. There's a gate coming out here, and this is the Ringway footpath, as you can see. And it leads along here, which is probably really a single track. You're not going to be able to overtake or anything along here. So like I say, those first 2 or 3 fields are there for you to establish your race positions. Because you probably won't be able to have another chance for another quarter of a mile or so. Punk Panther Endurance Events introduces a new discipline, hurdles. Here we go, a nice fallen tree. You can go around it up to the top if you want, but it's probably easier just to climb over it. There we go. Or if you're at the front of the pack, you're particularly fast, you can always try jumping it. Probably not to be recommended though. So at the end of that footpath, the Ringway footpath drops down and over that bridge there and up the other side. And then that footpath bends round and comes to a road, and we follow that road down to the main road, turn left and cross. This is Stone Rings Lane. At the end of Stone Rings Lane we turn left and we go along Fulwith Mill Lane opposite. So we need to cross and turn right. Be very careful crossing this road, it's the main road into Harrogate. So as you cross over the main road, look for Fulwith Mill Lane. It's the left turn and then it's the first right immediately, and then carry on along to the end of this road. As you come to the end of the road, turn off to the left. There's Harrogate Ringway signs. Most of the course has got them on. Showground, Hornbeam Town Centre. We're off down here. So at the end of that road, well, it goes into a track through a gate, and then out to the end of the road. Again, following the Showground Town Centre. Turn left, cross over, and you see signs again pointing you off to the right and down this road here. And when that road bends round to the left, we carry straight on along this path. Again, the signs don't say Harrogate Ringway here, but we're on it still. That goes into the agricultural showground, Harrogate Show and all of that. We're avoiding that and going into this area here. I think it's Crimple Valley. When you're coming downhill, ignore the little path off to the left, hug the field to the right and the fence on the major path, and stay on this public footpath here, the big one. Then as you follow that footpath by the field, see the viaduct over there. Footpath turns left unless you want to go for a swim, and over this little bridge and continue on. And at the end of that little path we come out to a field, river's still on our right, come out and then follow around the right hand side of the field towards that viaduct there. And when you're in the field, avoid the hard standing path that goes up into the showground. We want to be on the smaller track right next to the river, and we'll come to the end of this in a moment. And at the end of that path we come to a little bridge to the right, which we don't take because that's private property. Go straight across through this little gate, and don't go under the reservoir, under the viaduct. Just keep going straight on with the viaduct to the right. And then towards the end of the viaduct we've got a short, sharp climb, and now we go underneath the viaduct to the right on this path. Follow it round to the left. So as you come through under the viaduct, don't go up there, up left, and don't drop down into the woods, just keep straight on this track here. We go across a field. You can see here there's a gate there, a lock gate with a stone stile to the left hand side, and then you can sort of see the route across this field. There's a little bit of a ridge and it's slightly worn, and so you go across, and about 2/3 of the way across you bend to the right, and as you come across that field, at the end there's a wooden stile crossing over, and carry straight on up a very small incline, follow the path round, and we come to a gate, and this is Crimple Lane, and stay on Crimple Lane to the end. At the end of Crimple Lane, turn left and go out to the main road where you're turning left. It's only really busy this morning because I'm doing this on a weekday in the rush hour. So at the end of this road we turn left onto the main road. This is where we come off the ringway. It would go right, but it's really grotty running down a grass verge which is pitted and boggy, so we go this way. It also means that in a short while we get to the Sainsbury's, and there's a pedestrian crossing there, and we cross at that pedestrian crossing. So here we are at the Sainsbury's. When I said pedestrian crossing, it's more of a there's traffic lights, and there's it's not exactly a pedestrian crossing, but there is a traffic island and it is at lights, so it's a much safer place to cross. And don't be tempted to cross much earlier because there isn't a footpath on this side of the road until then. Anyway, once you're through those traffic lights, you're carrying on the other side of the road, just passing Sainsbury's, and there's a sign there saying Household Waste and Recycling Centre, and that's where we're going. Not that any of you are waste and we're going to recycle you, but if we just hop across here, there's a park round the back of it. There we go. We can see the park through there. So off into Stonefall Park. I think this is a nicer way to go than the Harrogate Ringway at this stretch. There is a bit of road, unfortunately, but staying that close to Harrogate, that is expected. So when you get to this sort of split, we go round to the right, and that path winds along through the woods and brings you down to a little T-junction, the cycle lane, joining from the right, and we go left and out to the main road and turn right. Coming up here is where the course is split. The half marathon turns left on Crossways Drive, and it's important that everybody else carries on because they're going straight across at that mini roundabout there, but the half marathon goes round to the left. So at the end of Crossways Drive, we've just cut a corner off basically. You come out to Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witnesses and turn left and go over the railway. Obviously if the barriers are down, you'll just have to wait, I'm afraid. Just a little point of note, as you've come past the railway line and going up that hill, off to the right is where the 20 mile come out down that ginnel there. They come out and join you just for a brief bit to the end of this road. So at the head of that, top of that road, you come to Forest Lane Head and come round High Street Starbeck, and we're crossing the road here. And carrying on Boggs Lane. Don't think there are any toilets down here, but there might be some wet bits later, some squidgy bits, get you nice and muddy. Like I say, unfortunately this is probably our roadiest race. It's very difficult to get a half marathon in and around Harrogate that is off-road, as the other courses follow the Harrogate Ringway and Knaresborough round. So just after you cross the old railway line and the new railway line, and you come to your first set of traffic lights, cycleway pointing off to the right, and if you come round here and cross over, there's a new footpath just down to the left, which we're going to take. Sadly there's lots of new houses here, this was all countryside, but at least we can stay off the road as we go along here towards Harrogate School. Then just as you come past Harrogate Grammar School, the cycle route into the town centre isn't quite finished, or it's blocked at the moment, so we're going to go left and down the old school entrance and out to the road. And as you come out of the school entrance, we're turning right down that little cul-de-sac, and at the end of the cul-de-sac turning left down this ginnel. Up to the next road where we turn right. And then at the end of this little bit we're turning right again. And then round to the left. And down to the main road and turn right. At the main road we're turning right, and we need to cross when we can along here. Just past the bus stop there is a crossing point. Or you could have crossed down by the pedestrian crossing down there. And then first left past the old hospital on the left. Okay, so we're just about to cross another main road, and handily we can cross it with pedestrian crossing. Busy part of the day. There we go. Stay on that path all the way around the stray, and as you're getting towards, well, probably 2/3, 3/4 of the way around the stray, you go over a little bridge which crosses the railway line. Harrogate Station's just up there, and as you come down the other side, you turn left and then right on that footpath there. So go left towards that little sort of pavilion-y thing and turn right there, and then take that footpath out of the stray. As you come up out of the stray, you need to go around the roundabout, and you need to go around it to the left, so you need to cross Leeds Road and go round and cross the next road as well. It's handy. At the moment the road's closed, don't know how long it's for. And then unfortunately the footway's closed, so you just have to go across the grass, unless of course that footway's back open. Don't know what it's going to be like in 3 weeks' time, but you just need to go around it if it's still here. So I'm back on that footpath, and there's a shelter, green shelter to your left just before you get to the next set of traffic lights, and there's a church over there as well. You turn left and cut the corner, and then when you've cut that little corner off, cross the road and carry straight on. Stay on the path as you got some big houses on your left and the park on your right, and we're dropping down to Harrogate Bathhouse, and then we'll be entering the park. So we'll be away from the town centre of Harrogate. We miss it almost completely by coming across the stray, which is brilliant in Harrogate. There's a park run there every Saturday morning, so we'll try and make sure that you don't clash. The faster runners might just meet the slower park runners, and if you do, please just be careful, be respectful of them, and hopefully they will of you. We're all there to share the space. So at the end of that section, just keep going straight across in the park. Towards that shelter. Just keep going in a straight line the whole way. Cross another road. Got the White Hart Hotel on the left, Crown Hotel on the right, pedestrian crossing, shop called Hoxton North. Going to cross the road just here, and rather than going around the front past the coffee shops and that, which you can if you want, it's probably quicker and easy just to nip up the back Royal Parade, and then we don't meet with all the pedestrians on a Saturday that might be on that section. Just run around the back of the shops. Arx Celebris Fontibus. Yeah, Royal Pump Room, that's it. Pump Room. So we're going to cross this road here, little crossing island. I'll just go behind it. And into Valley Gardens. So into Valley Gardens and the Pine Woods, which we'll be getting to after the road crossing. And say on the lower path. There is an upper path, but the lower path is far more scenic and is probably slightly more direct. There we go. Lovely little stream flowing through the park. Really pretty through here. Just keep straight on this path to the end. When you get to the cafe on your left, you can go either way. You can go that way round, or you can go this way round. They both get to the same place. A bit like a roundabout, but you'll see the path we're heading off in a minute. It's that one straight up there, and again you can go around to the left or right of this next bit. Let's pop in for some Ripley's ice cream. If it's a really hot day, key thing is to effectively go straight on, because if you go the right turn you end up in a housing estate, and if you go left you'll go through into another housing estate. You'll know you're going the right way if you don't end up in some houses. You go through a little circle of benches, and it's the really long straight path that we go on, and we're about to hit the start of the Dales Way link, the Harrogate link, which goes to Ilkley and then over to Bowness in Windermere, which is a race we used to do. So the start board is just there on the right, and I'm on the committee of the Dales Way Association, and that's one of our boards there which tells you about the link, so that you've got the Harrogate link to Bowness, and there's two other links. There's one from Bradford and one from Leeds, and I'm the sort of custodian of those links, so if you're ever on them and you notice any problems, let me know and I'll try and get them fixed. Right, straight up this path. When I said keep straight on the path, there is one turn you've got to make, and you bear right on the unmade dirty track. It's signed to Harlow Car and Burt Crag, and it's also got the Harrogate link to the Dales Way sign on it. Don't miss this turn. This is the Pine Woods. If you miss that, you end up going slightly wrong. Not a major problem, but you'll also miss well, if you've got some views on the day, you'll miss some good views, and it's a lovely little track through here, so don't forget to just turn off to the right there. Easy to miss. So we come out to another road and a crossing. Just wait for these cars to go. Probably could have gone across, but can't risk it. It's raining a bit. Hardly on the side stops or so. No. Carry on here along the Harrogate link to the end of this bit. And just before the bottom of the hill, take a left. Don't go out to the road. Take a left and go down through the woods. Then just after you go over a sort of a little tiny beck and a little tiny bridge, there's a little orienteering symbol there, and there's a footpath up there. Footpaths all over, but if you come out now to the road, you see there's a footpath sign. This is Bridleway. Out here, because there hasn't been a footpath to there, but there is now. So having crossed that little road, you can stay on this footpath out to the main road. And at the end of Crag Lane, across the main road, actually it's probably better to cross it back there when you came out of the car park. Cross it out and then come across. Then we can cross at the pedestrian crossing. We're off down Beckwith Head Road down over there. That's the police station. So as we come to the end of that road, it's been uphill all the way from the police station, which has been lovely. We come to Lady Lane and we cross Lady Lane and go straight ahead. So we've just gone around a slight right bend and we got to Beckwith Cottage Farm, and you can see there the footpath sign is pointing us down here. So this is the way to go. And just around the corner you can see you don't go over into the farmyard, you go straight across, and it says Ringway footpath, and we can see the stile ahead of us. So we're off over that stile, not far to go to the finish now. It's slippy today. You can see you go diagonally left across to the other side there, and then over that little stile, and there's a wall behind. It's almost like a little seat or a bench to climb over and into this little bit here. Ooh. And there we go, and down this little enclosed footpath. At the end of that enclosed footpath, stone stile over a wall. Ooh. And we're going diagonally right across this field. You can see just about where the footpath goes across there to, I think it's going to that gate, but we'll find when we get there. Okay, so when we got there, it's not quite the gate, there's another stone stile just to the right of it. The other side of that field we've got a stile, and at the moment we've got a glove. 4 gloves today. My brother-in-law always says that when he goes out he counts the number of gloves. He's always seeing one. The amount of people that lose them. I'll just wait for this car to come, because we're going to go right here. I know I should be on the other side of the road, but given the traffic that we've got, I just move around and now move back. We'll be going off left soon. For those of you that have done this before in the other direction, you normally head off down that road, which is to the left here, and we in previous years have had the checkpoint in the car park of the Squinting Cat. So that's where the Squinting Cat is. I'm looking for him all day. And then we're gonna, there it is, one Squinting Cat, and then that's our footpath there, just ahead to the left. This road's busier than normal, but again it's sort of, I don't know, perhaps it's time of day. Right. Go carefully into this field. A little road catch, and then go along this side of the field to the end. We're turning right just here. I was about to go through there thinking it was going to get a bit wet, but then I noticed the footpath is just after, which is good. So the footpath, a little gate, through we go, and we're heading diagonally across and left to the corner. So in the corner of that field, got another gate, just go through this and we can see that the footpath, there's one going through there, but that's not the one we want. We want to go straight on, and we can see the next gate straight ahead. So we get to this, and we really want to be just going straight on again, straight on across these fields. The clue always is on the arrows. The arrows also tell you which way to go. Through here, close the gate, and then not obvious where we're going across this field. If you've got GPS you can follow it, but I'm just going to keep going this straight line towards that big tree. And according to my GPX it's just to the right of the tree. There's a bit of a little ridge going across the field. Need to be quite near to that. Looks like there's a corner or an end of a hedge up there, and that's probably where we're headed. Yeah, we just got to the end of that hedges, and that ridge is carrying across, so we're going to carry on following that ridge. There's a new plantation there to the left, so it's looking like we're going between the end of the next hedge and that plantation. A bit of a gap from the trees through there. Yeah, progress report, absolutely spot on. Conservation area to the left with new trees and that, and the footpath is just to the right of that. And then just as we get to nearly the end of the field and we can see a road down below, the footpath actually turns right and goes up here, and then it goes through a little gap in the hedge, squeeze through, and carries on up. We can see a gate at the top, just to the right of this little ridge, and then just past that little broken gate it becomes a little bit clear through this next field, and at the end of that field, gate there. The big one's open, but it's shut. You have to go through the little one. Big boom here. See that the footpath takes us continuing in a straight line. And now we've got a gate to go through, so don't carry on the track. We're heading off round to the left in an enclosed footpath, again following the signs. So stay on footpath, dogs to be kept on short leash at all times, through the gate, full of sheep, and we're heading straight across the field. You're going straight across and aiming to hit the corner of that fence and bush, and then go down the left hand side of it. Then in the far corner, a bit muddy, wooden stile next to the big house on the left, and over that stile and out to the road. Then when you get down to the road, we're turning right and crossing the road, and then going left down a footpath. There you go, footpath, ringway footpath, off to the right. And it's just there on the left there by the My Ring Sold sign. If that's still there. And you can see we're through a gate here. And that's the ringway footpath again. Oh, don't need to go through the gate. Kissing gate, there we go. And down, follow the track round. Yeah, nice and slippy and boggy, so I would recommend quite strong grips for this section, but certainly not road shoes. Through and down, keep going down. Then at the bottom, Kissing Gate, and we're going over a bridge, over a stream. Lovely little bridge. And then we're going up through some woods. There we go. Quite full at the moment. Been raining today. There we go. Oh, looks like we've got a little flooded section here. Get your water wings out. Yep, definitely time for a swim. Oh well, straight through the middle. You can only get your feet wet once. And then out the other side. Oh, we're not quite at the woods yet. They're the woods we're going through. Across this field and through that gate. So at the top of the field, through the gate, turn right on the Ringway footpath. There we go. Shut the gate behind me. Oh, that's not quite shut. Turn right, and then immediately left, and the sign's just on the other side, leading us down a dip, and then we've got to go up through those woods and then out the other side. Interesting log wall there. Looks like perhaps they're building a flood defence there with logs. Wonder how that would work. Anyway, over another little stream. Love streams. Water looks so inviting. There we go. And then a bit more work done on this. So we've got an enclosed footpath and we'll just keep following it. So this is the killer hill just before the finish. Not far to go at all now. Probably about a mile or so. But I don't see many of you apart from perhaps front packers running up this bit. I'm knackered. Yay, I've made it to the top. Right, gate at the top. Come on. It's a bit stiff. Perhaps Mark could treat you all with some WD-40. Oh no, actually you could reach around and lift the catch up there. Right, so we turn left. A little bit more climb to do, and then we swing round to the left and it's downhill all the way to the finish. So as we come downhill off of the that hill, we used to have this bit at the start. It's now at the finish, and you can see the footpath sign there, the end of the trees, turning left, and not far to go now at all. So Ringway footpath round to the left, being careful not to slip, and Ringway footpath, so straight along here. So at the bottom of that hill, say goodbye to those woods. There's a gate, and next to the gate, well, it's supposed to be a stile here, not a very good one. I'll get it reported, but it won't be fixed in time for the race, so climb over there and then follow the footpath along. Coming to the end of that field, some stone steps through a wall to negotiate. Here we go. Oh, 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and round. There we go. And down the enclosed footpath. And coming to the end of that closed footpath and the little road, which you just need to hop across. There we go. And down this enclosed footpath over a little stone stile and carry on down. I can smell the finish already. And at the end of this footpath, we're going straight across again. Another little stone stile, crossing a road. There we go. Ringway signs again, all good. Just make sure you hear something coming. Wait for that to come, and across we go. Private road residents only, and walkers and runners. As we're going down there, there's a footpath off to the right, ignore it, going through this gate here, although you can go to the side of it so you don't need to open it, and go through between these houses on the footpath which then bends round to the right. That's the public footpath. Don't take the road down to the left unless you want to do another lap. So we're on the footpath which leads down here. That footpath turned into a road and went through some houses. It's pretty obvious though, just keep going in the same direction. And you come out to the road and we're turning right. The ringway is off to the left, but we're up at the village hall, which is just up here. You need to cross over the road. The co-op just there, and this road will lead around to the village hall. Come round, it actually pays if you can to get back across, but there wasn't a footpath that side. And then come up here because we're turning first right on Station Road, where it says post office. We're going up that way.